This game is the worst it has ever been. What's up, guys? It's Cookout123 here, and today I'm crashing out. Thrill of the Fight 2 has underwent its final release update not too long ago, which unironically made the game so unenjoyable that this might be the last time I ever boot up the game again. The gameplay has become stagnant and repetitive, glitch mechanics have been completely and utterly ruined, and issues that have been present since even V2 are still unfixed and worse than ever. In my opinion, Thrill of the Fight 2 has always been a game of questionable quality, where every update can run the risk of breaking the game completely. But I never knew that they could let it get this bad. There are issues in this game right now that weren't there a year ago. Issues that make certain aspects of the game like ranked borderline unplayable, and leave the average player wondering if these updates were generated by a coked up orangutan and an AI that can only speak Sumerian cuneiform. However, before I rip this game apart like it owes me 3 pesos, I have one singular good thing to say. Career mode is actually pretty fun low-key. Now let's get into it with my first issue, the clinch mechanics. Out of all of my gripes with this update, this is the first one that raised a red flag for me. People used to have a lot of issues with players getting too close to their characters in-game. Well, now you're in luck, because you won't be able to get close at all anymore. I was actually docked a point in this fight because it kept registering my jabs as clinches and I almost ended up losing. This hypersensitive clinch mechanic absolutely destroys the flow of the match and can even prevent you from capitalizing on attacks. I'd rather have clinch separation be kind of a last resort, possibly allowing players more time to back up and regain their distance, because oftentimes clinch is initiated simply because both players moved in at the same time. Hell, I'd go as far as to say that it was less of an issue in V2, which was like almost a year ago, and that had no clinch separation. If you got too close, you backed up. Simple as that. You didn't need to reset or anything. This is even an issue in the career mode, which brings me to my next issue, the career mode. While this update was and is bad, it definitely did not skimp out on new content. One of these being a brand new career mode. It's easy to play, fun, and a cute little reference to the original Thrill of the Fight. That's about it though. My hot take about this career mode is that while it is fun, it has a lot of glaring issues that stop it from being a great experience. First of all, the mode is extremely repetitive. You just train, attack or defense, fight, train, rinse and repeat over and over and over again until you get to the amateur tournament, which is where you are able to unlock golden clothing and exclusive cosmetics if you win enough times. It's a damn shame you have to fight like 20 times a year to frickin' qualify. Your character finna have CTE by the end of year 1. Another issue I have is that the AI is way too easy to beat. I know a lot of people who play this game don't have as much experience as I do, but with even a little boxing experience, you absolutely obliterate all of these guys, and scores like these are possible. And I thought some of my V2 unranked scorecards were ridiculous. Mind you, this is on hard mode, the second hardest difficulty possible in the game. So, to prove that I could beat the pinnacle of all Thrill the Fight AI, I fought an outclassed level opponent. You want to know how that went? Box!
Let's fight. Lock's on. Let's go. One, two, three, four.
Yeah, it was kind of easy. Overall, while career mode is a solid addition to Thrill of the Fight that offers a different experience than multiplayer, it still has its issues that prevent it from being a revolutionary addition to the game. The gameplay is repetitive, and the AI is just far too easy to beat. The next thing I'm going to talk about is an issue that I've had since I started playing this game. It has been here since V2, and it is arguably worse than ever. And for me personally, it really hurts my experience with this game and really holds back the quality and enjoyment I get from the game, especially with multiplayer. It is none other than ping and latency. The game that you are watching right now is a game I played about 2 days ago. Mind you, this game has gone through updates and version changes and playtesting and all this bullshit to make sure people can actually play it. As you can see, I'm clearly leading on punches thrown and landed. Sure, he catches me a couple times, but generally all of my punches are finding their home right on his face. In fact, I did the math on this match, painstakingly tallying up all the punches I hit him with across 3 rounds and compared it to his. My findings were quite unexpected. Doing some basic calculations, I landed, on average, 34 punches per round. In fact, I only landed more punches as the match continued, going from 30 in round 1 to 37 in round 3. Meanwhile, he only landed, on average, 17 punches per round. Given that my punch average is quite literally double his, you'd assume I won, right? No buddy, no sir, no. I only won a single round of the fight, that being round 3. Why, you ask? Well, whether it was mine or his, or someone's ping and latency was messed up. Meaning that either punches he threw hit me on his game and missed me on my game, or punches that I landed cleanly on my game didn't do anything on his. Mind you, if you look at all of this footage, you can see sometimes he is just taking punches with his hands down or hitting straight fucking air. I don't think I have to explain to you why this is bad. This means that you can spend a whole game putting belt to ass against your opponent and still lose based on something you can't control or fix. This is why this game has been fundamentally flawed for the entire time it's been out. For context, I have recently joined an MMA gym. I've been doing various martial arts for almost a decade now. I'm looking to fight later this year. But the thing is, in this fight, it didn't matter how good I was. He was throwing punches that missed me, but landed for him. This issue has been in the game for so freaking long, it's almost normalized. It's almost normal that you're eventually gonna lose to some guy with shitty ping or different latency. And this is why mechanics like the clinch system are futile. It doesn't matter how sensitive the clinch separation is, how much damage a counterpunch can do, how many times you nerf hook spam and combos and hurt people who actually bother to box like real boxers. No matter how much you tweak the physics to make sure people throw proper strikes, it all doesn't matter because you're gonna fight someone whose internet is just dog shit and you will lose because you can't hit them with anything. This is why ranked is unplayable. This is why multiplayer is a hassle at best to play. And this is why the game is getting review bombed and people are stopping from playing it. Because the people over at Halfbrick are fixing things that don't need fixing and it's ruining the damn game.
Wow, ever since Rivals was released, we've been making good changes to the game and players are finally happy for once. Let's go! Invisible Woman swimsuit!
Now look, while I sounded angry making this video, and the devs are pumping out updates that refuse to address large issues time and time again, not all hope is lost. The game can still be fixed, it just takes time and proper updates. I do think the final release update did a lot of harm to the mechanics of the game, adding unnecessary things that just make the game worse. But still, you have 4 different modes, 3 different of those modes have multiplayer, and as far as VR boxing goes, this might be the best game we're ever going to get. If someone watches this video and they still want to buy the game, take my criticisms into consideration, but also take them with a grain of salt. I'm not a video game developer. I'm a dude on the internet, and my opinion should only matter so much. If you're willing to risk $10 to try this game out, go ahead, but make sure you do your research first. Thank you, and goodbye.